Cowbell.
Hey, Cameron, don't worry, because Eric, more Cowbell, chocolate milk stout is right here waiting for you, brother.
All right, Shagdog. Yeah, this is Eric More Cowbell. It's chocolate milk stout brewed by SingleCut Beersmiths, a craft brewery based out of Astoria, Queens, New York. It's known for its creamy mouthfeel and balanced sweetness, inspired by the famous More Cowbell Saturday Night Live sketch with Christopher Walken.
That's right, Cameron. 89 Beer Advocate, 6% ABV, sweet milk stout by SingleCut Beersmiths. It's not a brewery, it's a beersmith.
Sorry, Beersmiths.
Yeah, we've got a fever, and there's only one cure: a lusciously creamy slight. Did you say that? Slightly sweet stout at the top of roast malt base and huge coca infusion that will rock all night long.
28 IBUs, Shagdog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here comes the Reaper.
Yeah, here comes the Reaper.
Yeah, the Reaper was shaking last week when Chuck Norris died, right? Oh, my God.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I can't believe it, you know.
I'm scared.
Yeah. I don't want to have to go get him. Man, it's dark, but I do get some little red garnet, ruby hues, you might say, and nice beige head though. It's nice beige, 1.5 finger head.
I got a 3 finger. Almost.
Yeah, well, it's going to quickly dissipate on you, Shagdog. It looks good.
Gonna leave me like a father for going for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. Man, it does have a little coffee. Chocolate. Kind of like vanilla milk.
Vanilla and milk.
Yeah. Maybe even it's kind of got the cocoa more than
chocolate.
Are you just going to repeat what I say?
It's going good. Come on. Yeah, it smells pretty good. A little bit of a, not syrupy, but almost like I don't know. The coffee in there is almost like a dark roasty coffee, too.
That's what.
But maybe a little bit of a burnt smell in there, huh?
Yeah, roasted, burnt type smell.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Shagdog. Anyway, I'm ready to get into it. Are you?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready to get me some more Cowbell.
All right, let's drink it.
Cheers. Or don't fear the Reaper.
Come on, baby.
Got a nice like milkshake type flair, you know, on the finish.
Oh, it does.
Man, has that cocoa, chocolate, milk with a little like semi-sweet chocolate type flavor.
Yeah.
Man,
a little bit of creaminess to it.
I mean, don't get me wrong; it could be creamier and it could be a little more, less bitter, but not. I'm not saying make it sweeter. I'm just saying a little less bitter. But overall, I think it's pretty darn good. You know,
I think it needs a little more Cowbell.
Yeah, maybe a little more Cowbell. You know, to come up with a skit like that. I mean, I'm going to do this as a side note, right? To do a skit like that, where you're talking about more Cowbell. And to pinpoint that in that song, you know, and then have Christopher Walken come out and say, "Yeah, I need more Cowbell."
Yeah. You know? They should have continued that, had him on at least 5 or 6 more times, and
different type of skits,
different songs with cowbell that had cowbells in them. Yeah. Like one of Def Leppard songs, the Pyromania had a cowbell. I think it was "Foolin'" or one of those songs. You're fooling, all right, but I need more Cowbell. Yeah. Rick.
I think you could be doing better with a little more Cowbell.
Even though Rick Allen had 2 arms at that time, but just still give him 1 arm, and he's like, "I'm going to hit one thing at a time. You want to hit the Cowbell?"
That would have been good. And then maybe slide into the country music and a little Cowbell there, you know.
Yeah, some classic song there.
Yeah. But to think of that, you had to been like either drunk or on stoned or something like that, sitting there listening to "Don't Fear the Reaper," and decide, you know what, I think this could use more cowbell.
Right. Yeah. Hey, we can make that into a skit, just like we have thought of skits before. The same way.
And then all of a sudden, hey, we got Christopher Walken coming on. He would be perfect for that.
That cowbell skit you're talking about, yeah. Here Comes the Reaper song or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. They talk about the days when John Belushi was there and everything, and Dan Aykroyd and all this stuff. They said how the cocaine ran rampant in the studio there. They'd be, snorting cocaine and just to get through the segments and everything, and doing the skits and all that kind of crazy stuff. And I'm sure that fueled some of the inspiration and artistic talent to kind of come out,
Yeah.
Because you have no inhibitions by that point.
Yeah. I think we could use a cowbell in this song. Really? Yeah. I'd probably come out.
I mean, think about it. If you're stoned and you're hearing this cowbell and it's making you laugh, oh man, we got to do a skit with cowbell. Going on and on about cowbell. This is so fucking funny. Cowbell.
Let's check that, Jammer. The top 10 songs with cowbells in them.
But yeah, pretty smooth, pretty easy, very easy to drink. Like I said, the appearance, it's black, got garnet hues and everything like that, but it's got a nice beige head. The smell was, the cocoa, roast, coffee, chocolate, vanilla, milky smell. But overall, man, pretty easy to drink, pretty delicious.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm kind of liking this.
Concur.
More cowbell.
Yeah, easy to drink. And it's not a high ABV. It's only 6%. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it. You ready to grade it, Jammer?
Mm-hmm. Go right ahead.
I'm gonna give mine B plus, but a swaff. B plus and a swaff.
I concur, my friend. B plus swaff, and you're frozen.
Am I? Damn it! It's doing it again, huh? Yeah.
Gotta split screen it,
Yeah. Anywho.
Well, yeah, it's pretty easy going drink. It's gotten just enough flavor to make it somewhat robust, but not so much that it's overbearing or overpowering in any kind of way. Are you frozen again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh. No, I'm looking at my top 10 songs with honorable mentions for the top 10 cowbell songs. You ready for them?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You want to? We'll give honorable mentions when we get to number 1. How about that?
Okay.
Just remind me. Yeah. Number 10, All Right Now by Free. All right now. But I can't hear the cowbell.
All right now, baby. It's all right now.
So I think the cowbell comes in on the part where it's it is like the cowbell's in that part, I think. All right. I don't remember cowbell in this song either, but it's probably there. Maybe you can think of a Jammer. Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
Probably at the I'd say midway beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 8. I don't remember cowbell in this song. PYT by Pretty Young Thing by Michael Jackson. I want to love you, PYT, Pretty Young Thing.
That right there.
Na 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 na. Okay, maybe it's in there. I can't think of it.
Na na na.
Anyhow, next one, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Number 7. I didn't get a drum roll for that one. Okay. Number 7. You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC.
You shook me all night long, baby.
It says subtle compared to others, but it's their added punch.
At the beginning? Or at the punch?
It's their added punch. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Next one. Hair of the Dog, Aerosmith. I don't remember that song. So.
No.
All right. Number 5. We're an American Band by Grand Funk
Railroad. We're an American band. We're an American band.
I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it there.
We're coming to your town. We'll lay it down.
Lay it down.
A little rat.
Number 4. Lowrider by War.
Low rider is a little lower.
Yeah, I can hear it in there. Number 3, Mississippi Queen by Mudslide.
Mississippi Queen, if you know what I mean. Okay.
Number 2, Rolling Stones, Honky Tonk Woman.
Honky tonk.
Hey, I'll be a honky tonk man.
And
oh wait, honorable mentions.
No, we're number 1.
You give the honorable mentions before number 1. Right?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, do the
honorable mentions. Burning for You by Blue Oyster Cult. I don't know what that is.
I'm burning for you.
Oh yeah, there you go. You're good, Jay.
Another devil song.
Oh really?
With the Don't Fear the Reaper, and now you got I'm burning for you.
Oh wow. Yeah. Another one was Rock Lobster by the B-52s. I don't remember that
Don't
one.
even wait for the drum roll, huh?
Oh, well.
You got another honorable mention?
Yep, got 2 more. Time Has Come Today by the Chamber Brothers.
Time has come today! It's time! That's a good song, actually. Have you ever heard it?
Sing a little more.
That's all I can remember. Time has come today. You know, time. You know.
I don't remember it.
It has the clock ticking in the background, and boom.
If I heard the real song, maybe.
Yeah, you need to listen to it. You need to pull it up and listen to it one day. You know.
I'll forget about that. And another honorable mention: Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting by Elton
Saturday
John.
Night's all right for fighting. Saturday Night's all right.
Did Def Leppard have any Cowbell songs off Pyromania?
Oh.
All right. Yep, you're thinking Rock of Ages from Def Leppard. Rock of Ages? Okay. Rock of Ages has some Cowbell. All right.
You ready?
Photograph had Cowbell too, but not as heavy. Not too heavy. All right, number 1. Oh, I went too far. Number 1. Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah, there you go.
Is that because of the more cowbell sketch, or is it because it had cowbell back?
Yeah, because it's pretty prevalent. Yeah.
Don't fear the reaper.
I mean, it's in there in the song. You're like,
all through the song.
If you don't know what a cowbell is and you hear that song for the first time, you're like, wow, what the hell is that thing they're banging on there? It's not a drum or a snare or whatever.
That's a cowbell.
A cowbell. What, they bring a cow in the studio?
2 is 1. Yeah.
Oh, for the reaper.
Yeah, but now they're gone. Came the last night of sadness,
cowbell,
and it was clear that she couldn't go on. Then the door was open and the wind appeared. The candles blew and disappeared. Curtains flew and then he appeared. Come on, baby, and she ran to him.
Okay. So Def Leppard did hear Cowbell and Photograph and Foolin', but it was more prevalent in Rock of Ages.
Come on, baby.
Little Cowbell. Def
Don't
Leppard.
fear the reaper.
I think more bands should use the cowbell.
Hey, ask that Google thing. Did the Beatles ever use cowbell in their songs?
Did the Beatles ever use cowbell? Did, but usually in a subtle rhythmic accent rather than a feature like Blue Oyster Cult. Everybody's got something to hide except me and my monkey. Cowbell drives the fast, frantic rhythm underneath the guitars and drums. You almost have to listen closely to notice it, but it adds that extra punch. Drive My Car, Dear Prudence.
Oh, yeah, Drive My Car. Yeah, I could hear that, yeah. My question now is, which rock band or performer first used the cowbell?
Which rock band or performer first used the cowbell? This is a fun one because the cowbell didn't start as a rock thing. It became the Latin and Afro-Cuban percussion traditional origin. Cowbells were used for Europe. Farm bells in Europe and Africa used for livestock. Musicians in Cuba and the Caribbean started using them in salsa, rumba, and mambo in the early 20th century. In jazz and Latin bands, cowbells became part of the rhythm section, keeping time over complex percussion patterns. First rock users, The Ventures, 1960, Walk, Don't Run. Surf rock instruments with light percussion included a cowbell-like tone. Not super prominent, but one of the earliest in rock.
Yeah, so they were the beginners.
Yeah, the biggest, first big band, Rolling Stones, Honky Tonk Woman, 1969. Of course,
well, technically, it would have been the Beatles' first big band. You know?
Right, I guess they forgot about the Beatles.
Yeah.
What heavy metal bands use cowbells?
What I was getting at is the fact that the cowbell has been used all the way back at the beginning of rock and roll, basically.
The Trooper, Iron Maiden, live versions, subtle cowbell during percussion layers, mainly in the intro and the bridge. Run to the Hills. Metallica, frantic, and some live versions of Sad But True. Def Leppard, Rock of Ages, Foolin', Slayer, used cowbell subtly in the studio. Okay. Dio, Judas Priest. All right. Love cowbell.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, I got more beer. Shit. Oh, my God.
Oh, that gives me time.
You got more beer in your can?
No, just my glass here.
Holy fuck. I just poured a whole glass again. Oh, that's right. I had that big head at the beginning. That's why.
Here we go. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Here you go. Here we go. Is it going to play?
Heard that before.
Time has come today. Young hearts can't go their way. Can't pull it off another day. I don't care what others say. When they say we don't listen anyway. Time has come today. Hey! Time has come today. Change today. I have no place to stay. I'm thinking about the subway. My world has flown away. My tears have come and gone. Oh Lord, I lost. I have to run.
I heard that song before. I thought that was man. Almost the lead singer sounds like Jimi Hendrix a little bit.
Yeah,
his voice. I don't know.
Time has come today.
He sounds like Jimi Hendrix. The voice does. Yeah, I thought that was a Jimi Hendrix song actually.
I can't believe you cut me, man.
Yeah,
that's like being on the Gong Show and getting the gong.
Well, I had a song for you. I think I lost
or
it.
or being in on the Apollo Theater and getting the hook.
Here comes another Cowbell song for you.
Gluten. All right, I got something to say.
I think that part there is supposed to be Cowbell there.
Better to burn out than fade away.
All right.
It's burning. I got the fever. I need more cowbell. That's what I say. You need to do more drinking and less playing.
How do you like that one? It's funny fail, but it almost sounds like a little bit of Hawaiian music, right?
Yep.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you cut me from singing the song. I have to listen to a bunch of sound effects.
The music was too loud. I liked your singing. The music was way too.
You didn't care for any of it. I know.
No.
I see it in your eyes.
I see my eyes. I got shades on. I can see it in your jealous eyes.
I see it in your soul.
You know, Shammer, I was thinking, man, we started hanging out. I was 28, 27, 28. Holy shit. October of 98 is when we started hanging out, I think. Give or take a few weeks. Man. I was 20.
What a wild ride, huh?
27. I turned 28 at the end of that year. Wow. And here we are. We're in our mid-50s now.
And it's the year 2026.
I know. We started hanging out in 98. Yeah. 28 years. Coming up.
You know, the funny thing about that is I was talking about this the other day where I said, when I was in school, I hang out with every kind of clique, everybody, the yuppies and preppies.
The preppies and the heads and
all of them. The jocks, the ghetto, gangsters and all that stuff.
The thugs.
I hung out with every group. I just blended in and out and weaved my way through it and all that stuff. Because I didn't give a shit whether you smoked or whether you did this or that, if you were, if I liked you, I liked you,
Now, I'm sure you weren't accepted by everybody in those cliques, right?
Not so much everybody in the clique, but I fit enough to be able to be a thorn in somebody's side, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, maybe not everybody liked me, but the people that in those cliques, there was enough that liked me enough to keep me around.
I had a rough time in high school. My freshman year wasn't too bad. Once I started going my sophomore year, right before sophomore year, summer, a couple of functions, social functions, I felt like I was becoming popular. And then I got to high school. I don't know what the fuck happened sophomore year. Because I found out I was moving to Pennsylvania, so I started skipping school all the time. It was like a month. Yeah, we're moving to Pennsylvania end of the month, September. We started school like beginning of September back then, yeah.
Yeah.
I started skipping school every day. I was leaving after third period. And then eventually I wasn't going at all. They didn't even catch me until like 2 days before we moved. They called my mother then. But I got to Pennsylvania. I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. It was hard to start over.
You didn't have a friend in Pennsylvania?
I mean, my best friend he hung out with my older brother just like you first. And by May, because they skated, skateboarded or whatever.
Yeah.
And by May, June, end of our sophomore year, I started hanging out with him more, and then we became best friends. But really, the rest of and he went to tech school, so he'd go to class for 3 periods or whatever at high school, then he's off to tech school or whatever. So really, I mean, the rest of the day, I didn't hang out with anybody. I was a loner in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to skip lunch because they locked you down, in school. And lunch, you had to go to the cafeteria. Then the cafeteria is right by the stadium, and they let you go out the doors to go out the stadium, but you couldn't smoke out there.
Yeah.
So the doors would lock, so I'd get a pencil, stick it in the door, go out, buy cigarettes across the street, out there smoking. And my homeroom teacher, I never had him as a regular teacher, Mr. Crawford. He used to come out and catch me. He would just say, he'd give me the finger, like he wouldn't say shit, And then my best friend, or one of my other friends, was a grade behind me. The next year was in one of his classes. He goes, "You guys during lunch don't be skipping school or leaving school grounds. Like I don't know if you know him, Mr. Spencer, or whatever his last name is." And
well, I can tell you this much. I hung out with every group and everything, and people knew me. You know that because people would always say, "Hey, Jammer, how you doing?"
Yeah, we'd be out in public, like, "Hey," running into people.
Yeah, and you would say, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "I don't remember."
I think it's somebody from high school.
Yeah, I think I went to school with him or something like that, but I don't know. I can't tell you because I really don't. The only people. It's the same thing today. There's a select few people that made an impression on me or whatever like that, and I remember their names. And then there's the friends, the friends that diehard, dedicated friends and all that stuff. Of course, yeah. And that was it. You talk about skipping because of lunch and all that stuff. I can remember where I had a group of, I would normally drive, right? And I would drive my car. And I can remember a couple of times I took my mom's minivan.
Another minivan?
Yeah, and I remember driving it in a couple of times, and my friends were like, "Hey, can you take us to McDonald's or whatever?" Like, I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." Like that, let's go. I said, "We'll just walk down to the parking lot," and they were like, "We're up on a hill and we have to walk down to the parking lot, which is a long staircase and everything like that." And Mr. Coffee and I forget what's her name, Mrs. Fudge or something like that.
Fudge Packer
was there, and they would,
yeah, somebody, Mr. Coffee and Mrs. Fudge.
Fudge.
Oh, Fudge. Okay.
They would stand at the staircase, and if you didn't belong, they would say, "No, you can't go down there," because a lot of the kids would be leaving at that time to do their work. What is that called? OJT or something like that? On-the-job training type.
Oh, yeah.
They'd get out of school early to go on-the-job training or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, and I said, "Yeah, all we have to do is walk down the staircase." And what? And I said, "Yeah, we just walk right past it." "What do you mean walk right past it?" "That's what you do." I said, "You just walk right past it. All you have to do is act like you know what you're doing and you belong and all that stuff, and they won't say a word to you." And they went, "What?" Yeah. I said, "Just follow me." Like that. And I'm going down the staircase, and I walk past Mr. Coffee. I say, "Hey, Mr. Coffee," and I keep on walking. And I get down to the end of the staircase, and I turn around, and where are they at? Nowhere to be found.
They'll get caught or turn around.
They wanted me to go up to the office area, come drive all the way around the school, and come up to the office area to pick them up, which I did, but I shouldn't have. But I did it anyway, and like that. They said, "I can't believe you did that." I said, "Yeah, I told you to follow me. What the hell's wrong with y'all guys?" I didn't think they would. I thought for sure you'd get caught. I'm like, "No, all you have to do is act like you belong, man. What the fuck? All you have to. I'm that young, and I figured it out, and you can't figure the fucking shit out. You're a moron,
Yeah. Yeah, I showed that person I visited up in North Carolina a picture of my uncle getting married, and my other uncle, who's the best man.
Yeah.
And she said I look like the best man, my Uncle Frank. She's like, you look like him. Have you seen that picture? I think I showed you before.
No,
right?
I've never seen it. At least I don't remember seeing
Let's
it.
see if I can bring it up on my phone.
But the name Frank with panache, man, that sounds.
Yeah, Frank. And we had one of our fans, Frank Franco. Frank. Yeah. Frankly. I'll see if I can find that picture. I don't know if I got it on here. Collections, maybe.
Yeah, more drinking.
Down, message, pictures, camera. I don't know. I can't find it now. Shit. Anyhow. Yeah, I'll have to send that picture to you someday. And I told my mother, I showed her that picture because, well, her cousin sent her that picture a couple years ago. I was like, wow, I look just like him. She's like, no, you don't. And then one of my other uncles, Sammy, I saw a picture of him. He died back in the 50s too, but I saw him. I was like, wow, yeah, look at that. From here up. Mm-hmm. And, yeah. I'll tell you.
I lost a cousin Sammy here recently.
I had an old lady come up to me at my step-grandfather's funeral. You know, my grandmother's fiance. They never got married, but they were engaged for 50-some years. But some old lady came up to me that knew my real grandfather, who died in 1950, came up to me and tapped. You know, everybody tells my brother he looked like my grandfather or whatever. So she came up to me, tapped me on my nose. She goes, "You have your grandfather's nose."
There you go. The nose knows.
Mm-hmm. When I looked at Spank, I was like, yeah, who looks like Grandpa? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean.
Wait, hold up. Something's coming up.
I'm coming up.
Oh, shit. Never heard
nothing.
I know. I was a little bit better about a year or two ago, huh? About 2 years ago.
Oh, well, when you first started working and all that stuff, and you started building up, and then all of a sudden you just kind of like went downhill after that.
I'm not working as hard as I used to. I'm not lifting as much as I used to at work. And I think they're tearing my body down, 5 years, 4 years there.
I think it's you just not working as hard anymore. You're trying to work smarter.
Well, that too, but I mean, they actually have other people doing stuff that I used to do. So, yeah. I mean, I used to do it all.
But in general, what I was saying earlier was the fact that I knew a lot of different people and everything, and I would go off and you saw it, where I wouldn't remember who they were, or if I did remember, I would say, oh yeah, I know the face, but I don't know the name, that kind of thing. But I always acted like I knew them.
And that's weird because you went to the same school all 4 years, probably went to the same grade school or whatever.
Yeah, middle school, grade school, all that stuff. And some of them I remembered, some of them I didn't, and some I would remember their faces, and some I didn't. Yeah. And then there's some that I didn't remember their face, didn't remember their voice or anything, and I don't remember them. Like that. Mm-hmm. But I was saying to my wife about it. I said, I had a lot of acquaintances, I had a lot of associates. I only had a few true friends. And I said, and as far as people hanging out today, I said, out of all those people, who have I hanging out with? I said, one, a person that I worked with, I ended up becoming one of my best friends and hanging out with all the time.
Who was that? Abel?
And that has lasted over 20 years.
Who was that?
That was you.
Oh, but we never really worked together. We worked in separate departments.
Yeah, we worked together in the same company.
Same company, yeah.
And I said, and then I said, I turned around and I dated you and all that stuff, and then turned around, broke up, and then got back together, and then married you and everything. And where was I when I met you? Work. So what is this telling you? And she goes, I don't know. I said, you should know. It tells you that I work too damn much.
You're lifelong people are at work.
and I said, as far as Abba goes, most of the time, the reason I hung out with Abba, the most reason I knew him and got along with him and everything is because they always sat us in alphabetical order. And he would be first, and then it would be me, And I'd be like, oh, okay. Or it'd be somebody else and then me, you know, because of the alphabetical order type thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, and otherwise, and then working with them and everything, and then and all that stuff, well, that just came about naturally. And so, you know, of course, I liked Abo and everything, so I hung out with him.
Yeah.
If I didn't like him, I wouldn't have hung out with him, you know.
Yeah, I remember one time we were at our local bar. We used to go to karaoke back in the day, and we ran into some people you knew, and so I guess they're high school people or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, at that point, I was like, I'll never have this at all. I'll never run into somebody I went to high school with.
Yeah. And in some ways, I envied you for that. So, you know, grass is greener, right?
Yeah. Now, thinking back on that, when I went to my grandmother's funeral, me and my younger brother, Diddy, I got one guy I went to high school with. I met him when I was in 5th grade, 6th grade, somewhere around there in New York until I left when I was a sophomore. Well, I ran into him twice while we were in New York. Once at a store. Went to a store, you know, the whole family, my former sister-in-law, nephew, nieces, Diddy, my parents.
Yeah. And
ran into him. And then we're at I think he was stalking us, though. We're at the funeral home for the viewing, and me and Diddy's outside smoking, and he came driving by. He's like, hey, yelling out the window, hey. I think he was stalking us, knew we were going to be there because it was in the thing, you know, viewing or whatever.
Overall, you know, I can't say I was super popular in school, but a lot of people knew me that I didn't realize. You know, I didn't realize how popular I really was.
My friend from Pennsylvania, he went to a class reunion once, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sitting here with Chico, this guy. I had a good friend named Chico in New York, but a different Chico in Pennsylvania. I wasn't really friends with him, but was in my class. I'm sitting here with Chico and Mapes, and they're showing. He sent me a picture. They're showing pictures of everybody graduated up on this big screen. I was like, oh my god, that's an embarrassing picture. I said, fuck, nobody remembers me. How he goes, no, everybody remembers you. I even had a teacher come up like, hey, where's your buddy you used to hang out with? You know, I'm like, probably somebody caught us skipping classes or something.
So you never went to any of your reunions?
No, I mean, it was in Pennsylvania or New York. I mean, yeah.
So you never traveled up there, huh?
Not during those days, no.
You need to go back and whenever they have a whatever the year, what is it, 50th for you?
I don't know where I'm at. 10, 20. Wait, where am I? 28, 38, 48. Be 40 when I'm...
You're in South Carolina right now.
No, I'm talking about the anniversary. So 28 would be 10, 38, 48 would be 30, 58 would be the 40th anniversary. Right?
Yeah.
When I'm 48.
So what year is that?
When I'm 40 or 58. So that's 4 years from now.
Oh, there you go. You go to that one.
But thing from New York, I don't remember hardly anybody there. I left when I was beginning of my sophomore year, and then Pennsylvania, I didn't hang out.
Yeah, well,
I didn't hang out with nobody besides my best friend. He committed suicide a couple years ago. So
you drove him to suicide.
I didn't try.
I can relate.
No, but I wonder. He's a Marine. You know, he's in Desert Storm, and I'm like that.
Probably did it.
That didn't do it. There's other underlying issues. They always say, "Oh, veterans commit suicide." But there's other. I mean, I can see, if you're in combat and stuff, but there's other underlying issues. I think.
Talk about combat. You remember Charles Durning?
Did I go to school with him?
No, he was an actor.
Charles. Wait, is that the guy that was in Charles
Brother, Where Art Thou, and a few other.
Durning.
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 Yeah,
got it. Yeah, he was in a lot of shows. Yeah, he was a World War II hero.
Yeah, he he was on one of those boats that were hitting the beach, and the first guy was in front of him, and his other guy was behind him or whatever like that. And when the boat dropped the ramp down, they were too far out, but they dropped the ramp down and they started to head out to get onto the beach and everything. They shot the first guy. He went into the water, lost everything that he had, the backpack and everything, all his gear and everything, rifle, all that stuff. And the guy behind him got shot and killed. And he got onto the beach, got stuff, and moved on and everything like that. Yeah, and I thought to myself, those actors and people who had seen combat and had been in the war and all that stuff, and then they come into acting and everything. No wonder they acted the way they did, and no wonder they were so good at what they did, because they had no fear. They faced fear, and they won. They faced that fear, and they ate it up and spit it out. And on top of that, they survived, and they thought to themselves, I don't know why I survived. Why should I survive in comparison to the people that I lost? My friends that I lost, my compatriots, my comrades, basically. I lost all them during this event, and I survived. So I have to do something that honors not only myself and my family and everybody, but the people that I loved and that died, on that beach or whatever.
That's how you got to think about it too.
And
those people, some of them get survivor's guilt.
Yeah,
and they go,
exactly.
they go the opposite way, negative shit. But if you be positive, I got to honor and do good things.
And let me tell you, you talk about the greatest generation. That was one of the greatest generations for sure, because let me tell you, they faced that fear and they ate it. I mean, they had to eat it. They had to eat it up, or they wouldn't survive.
Yeah, my step grandfather, he was a gunner in one of the fucking the bombers.
Yeah.
He never talked about that shit. I didn't even know he was in the fucking army until he died. I was like, I didn't even know that. He never talked about it.
No, and that's the thing. The true heroes don't.
Mm-hmm.
The true heroes don't. You never know about it until like one rare moment where they speak about it, or one rare moment somebody remembers them and says something about it.
Or they die, and someone that does know about it puts it in their obituary or at the funeral thing.
If it wasn't for him, I would have died.
Right.
No.
That's true. That's true, Jammer.
Hey, you ready for the next one? Let's do it.
I don't know. I got like 30 minutes. I got to go to bed.
Yeah, let's do it. Do it fast.
Well, you want to do a review, or you want to do a drinking?
Yeah, we could do a review. That's fine. I don't care.
All right. So what beer is that called?
I don't know.
Mud Puppy Porter.
Yeah, Mud Puppy Porter. That sounds all right. Let's do it.
Let's do some Mud Puppies.
All right. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, and sharing. Tinkle that bell. I'm Jammer.
Shag Dog.
Spirit Swallow Beer Review. Hey, check out Shag Dog and Jammer on the Spitter Swallow Beer Review.
Hey, check out Shag Dog and Jammer on the Spitter Swallow Beer Review, everybody.
That's right.